Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play Blades of Avernum. Last episode, we went to the town in the northwest to warn them of the impending attack. They were warned, they created their defenses, but their defenses were not enough. And their town proceeded to get destroyed. The chieftain stayed and went down with the ship, so to speak. But their shaman came with us and we escaped. Right now we're trying to get back to the resistance base. On our way, we happened to stop over at this stone circle here, which we found linked to a space station. Yes, really, a 3,000-year-old space station, which projected that something would hit the planet in about 8 years. Yeah, that's definitely something that happened. There's someone here. A strange tree-like spirit frolics in these bushes. You conclude this creature is probably a dryad. They tend to be friendly, but can be highly unpredictable creatures and should be dealt with caution. Approach the dryad. You approach the dryad. She looks at you carefully, scanning you over. There's a long, uncertain pause as she ponders her next action. Eventually, she decides to approach you. Greetings, strange creatures. I am Vanessa, a dryad of this forest. Great evil has come here and resonates throughout the woods, infecting the trees at the roots, poisoning this place. I sense you are here for a fate. You may be the one to destroy this great evil. Not all is certain, but perhaps I can help you. I can lend you some of the power of this forest to aid you. However, be warned, only those of pure intent can wield the power of these woods. Do you want to take my gift? Accept the power. I am glad to see that you accept the risk. Your bravery is enough to show your pure intent. Vanessa begins to focus her powers and the forest around her comes to life. Those that can use magic to call upon the creatures of this forest will have their spell enhanced. Use this augmented power from the forest to heal it. Call beast at level 2. Sure, I'll take it. Looks like there's a swamp down there. 12 bats, 4 lava bats? Oh shit! You wait, because I want to see where the lava bats are. Okay, that's a lava bat. I think I know which ones are the lava bats. Yep, I found the lava bats. No, actually wait. And you, get rid of the rest of those lava bats. Okay, there's one lava bat left. Okay, that's the rest of the lava bats. I think we're good now. Shaman, you are incredibly useful. Okay. Is that a freaking golem? Oh crap, 6 bears. Wait. Wait. Okay, nothing. But finally, you actually cast a horrible damaging spell. Okay, there's a swamp over here. There's spirits down there. Let me take a look at these spirits. Several shades huddle around some strange crystalline object. They seem intently focused on you and do not notice. They huddle so close that in order to get to the object, you will reveal your presence to them. Approach the spirits. As you get closer, the crystalline object appears to be some kind of strange alien container. The spirits seem to worship it very intently. However, these things generally seek the life force of healthy adventurers like you. Your living energy is enough to draw them away once you get too close. 6 greater shades, a vengeful shade, and a spirit. Oh, these guys are powerful. Valzir falls in battle. Fortunately, he is not dead, just severely wounded. He will no longer be able to fight with you. If you enter a friendly town, he will be restored. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to reload, but god dang, that thing is powerful. I am very curious and want to deal with these things. Approach the spirits. That slow should really help out. Eep! Okay, that slow definitely helped out a lot, but not nearly enough. Crap. And I gotta reload again. We can definitely do it, we just need to get that slow out. We do that, we have more of a chance. Not exactly the target I want to be attacking there. I really hate that. Okay, the right target was healed. And that happened. Reloading again. I hate when spirits cast ice lances like that, ridiculously. Let's try this again. Slowed. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. And there goes the spirit. God damn it, reloading again. This is getting annoying. I mean, we can. Well, there goes that. I wonder, actually, now that I think about it. Does this spectral ward. Well, that was useful, actually. I'm glad I did that, then. Okay, you've actually proven yourself to be useful. Now heal up, Fox. Thank you! With the spirits dead, you approach the crystalline container. Upon your touch, the magical seal breaks open and the lid slides away. You peer inside and see a softly glowing garment, a robe. You take it from the alien container. As you remove its contents, the container dissolves, leaving no indication that it was there. You wonder how it got it here in the first place. Another mystery about this island. Sapphire robe. Plus 10% resistance to cold damage and plus 10% resistance to mental effects. Useful, but I don't think we're going to use it. I don't think there's anything else over here. Wait, I wonder. I'm gonna do something crazy here. No, actually it shouldn't. Anyway, said to go south to a rock outcropping and then head east. You encounter a walking, living statue out here in the wild. A golem. Who would have the power to create such a powerful magical artifact in these primitive, isolated surroundings? Fortunately, the golem does not seem hostile or interested in you at all. It seems very old and run down. You wonder how long it's been here. Approach the golem. You approach the golem and it just walks right past you. You get close to do some visual inspection and all you can tell is that it is very old. You have no indication of who created it. You stumble onto another small Nephilim village. Unlike just about every previous encounter on this island, they are actually very friendly and welcoming. The suspicion must not have reached this far. You sit down and enjoy some refreshing berries, and they tell you news of seeing people to the south, but no village. You also hear about some strange walking statue to the west. As you're about to leave, one of the merchants offers to take you to his store. Sure, what the hell? Sell that fine crystal. Buy lockpicks again. They're very cheap. I like that. I guess get a couple healing energy potions, why not? I think that's plenty fine. Okay. There's a rock outcropping. Spiders! Could be Aranea. There's one Aranea here. Fortunately, I can see which one is the Aranea. And I want that Aranea dead. Thank you! I am glad we got the Aranea dead. Okay, that's all those spiders dealt with. Alright, that's the rock outcropping. Which means... Oh, wait, giant lizards. I would very much like to kill any of these wild creatures for more experience. Wait. Well, this is going well. As you near this cliff, you get a very odd sensation. There is a very strange presence emanating from this place. It is very subtle, but you can feel it. Well, this must be where we're supposed to be. Alright, in we go here. Resistance Cave. Yep, this is it. Al-Zabadishah! We discovered these ancient alien ruins. The force field generators we found produce an illusion concealing our base. These alien weapons have been vital in our operations against Vigida. Amazing! You've never seen anything like this. These projectors are quite advanced, more so than a mere tribe of Nephil could ever hope to construct. This may explain why this island was so difficult to scry. You wonder who or what created this. Nothing in here but trash. Very curious. Four Nephilim archers await behind a sturdy stone wall. They seem quite surprised to see you. Klinger's presence, however, reassures them. These archers are merely token guards, greeters at the gate. The force fields are our real defense. If those fall, they would only be able to hold off an attack, not stop it. We must bring Chief Suvar the word that Asmor has fallen. He will not be pleased. However, these scrolls may give us an advantage if they are as Lanthar said. Suvar essentially lives in the planning room. It is in the eastern building. He is truly a great leader, but I suspect he is starting to run out of energy to lead our cause. Our fight tires him and us all. Okay. There is a wheel-like apparatus with chains that attach to the gate out front. You could use it if you really wanted, but you see no reason to make the guards upset. That one speaks. You remember this woman. She was the shaman in Vikida. When you last saw her, she was on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Now she seems relaxed and in deep thought. She, of course, recognizes you, too. Welcome again, friends. I'm glad you made it here. I hope my assistance was helpful, referring to the potion she gave you. Why did you join the Resistance? My days in Vikida were numbered. I became victim of the politics there. Another wanted my position as head shaman and fabricated rumors about me. I knew that I had little chance. One named Nablar identified me as a potential ally and approached me. The choice was simple. I escaped with him before the soldiers came to arrest me for crimes against the tribe. Now I can never go back. Is that common in Vikida? I regret to say that it is. Aravan's rule is dangerous, fraught with competition and constant vying for political power. She sees this struggle as some holy survival quest. I see it as a reaper of lives. I hope to stop this one day. If she can be defeated, we can install a new order based on fairness and equality. It is what I always believed anyway, but I could never voice my views before this. Who is Nablar? You might have met him. He is one of the Resistance's primary agents in Vigida. He travels back and forth, bringing information and supplies. I believe he is in the practice area that way. She points to the west. Speaking of practice, we have level ups that must be done. Few there, chic. Bonnie leveled up. Sure, point and free spells. No, maybe actually intelligence. That'll work. And defense. And Draco, point in dexterity. Can't do pull weapons, but defense. And hardiness, sure. Okay. The rest of these are just random Nephil guards. Okay. Let's take a look in this one first. There are so many, we are so few. Where next? Chieftain! Klinger, you have returned. Asmor brings a gift, our history. Asmor, most peculiar. This is Valzir, High Shaman of Asmor. There is much to explain. Jesus, this is fast. Asmor has fallen to Aravan. We tried to warn them, but it was no use. Their defenses could not compare to our cruel forces. Within a few hours, the village and its people were no more. But in its dying moments, we were able to secure a gift. They gave us several scrolls. Within are promised to be the secrets of the people of Asmor. Secrets we have long sought. Bittersweet news indeed. Asmor was perhaps the last force in this forest besides us that could have stood up to Aravan. If only they had the will to do it. I must say I will never understand their ways. Valzir responds, Our ways were our lessons from our history. We were once like Aravan, bent on the purification of the Nephil race. We overcame it, but at great cost to our people. The idea of perfection is so contagious that we decided to isolate ourselves. Those who pondered it were banished. We tried our best to seal ourselves off. We wanted no part of it. Suvar replies angrily, Then you should have known best to fight against it. Did you seriously think Aravan would leave you alone? Valzir responds passionately, Fight? And then what? The idea of perfection is so strong it cannot be stopped. Another movement will rise to take its place as it always has. You have heart but not vision. Our history gave us wisdom. The tension in the room is growing very thick that you can almost cut it with your swords. The disagreement before these two groups is like a festering blister that at last ruptured. Finally, Klinger interjects. Please! We are allies now. Perhaps they are right and another movement will rise. But now we have one out of control. It must be stopped now. The future can be dealt with later. With the tension relaxed, the room seems to cool substantially. Suvar sighs. You're right, Klinger. Valzir, let us see the scrolls. Any help you give will be useful to us. We will now discuss new developments and plan our next move. You may rest here in the quarters just to the west of the structure. The people here will help you as best they can. Thank you. Let's speak with them, though. Suvar, Klinger, and Valzir are discussing plans for the future of the Resistance. Klinger is filled with suggestions about where they should go next, while Valzir explains the relevant pieces of the Asmor scrolls. Suvar listens to each carefully. Often there are disagreements, but like any strong leader, he is able to reach a compromise between the two, or at least explain why one is correct and the other wrong. Unfortunately, they are far too busy to speak with you right now. Very well. Let us explore these others. Nephil warrior, Noland. The guard stands at attention, observing you carefully. He has never seen people from off this island before, and he is undoubtedly curious, if not a little afraid. Eventually, you break the tension and introduce yourselves. In turn, he proudly pronounces, I'm Noland, a resistance fighter. Why did you join the resistance? His eyes get angry. They killed my village, but many of us escaped. We hid for weeks, but were captured. The resistance attacked and rescued us. All the survivors joined. Aravan must pay for her crimes. What's behind the door? He pauses, not sure if he should tell you. A bunch of tunnels that lead deeper into this hill. There's also something the shamans are interested in. I hear it's some kind of doorway to many places. Think we could see it? He shakes his head. My orders are not to let anyone pass without permission. Only Suvar can give that. Until I hear otherwise, I must keep you away. The Imperial Army would admire this young Nephil's obedience. Alright. Curious. I wonder if we're going to end up seeing that strange door, which we probably will. I am almost certain of it when things go wrong. All Beast Scroll. Nothing. This young Nephil woman protects this door with a crude but effective short sword. She's made nervous by an outsider's presence, but tries to look at you as if she has no fear. Who are you, and why did you join the Resistance? I'm Andra. I guard this passage. I came after the people in my village mysteriously vanished. Several of us were out gathering berries. When we returned, they were gone. We were scared and alone, but then Klinger came and brought us here. That was 3 years ago. Did you ever find out what happened to the people of your village? She looks down. They were murdered by the shaman. Not our shaman, but an impostor from Vikida. They say he is able to assume the identity of other people using his magic. I've heard all the bodies were placed in a compartment behind the shrine. I haven't the courage to go back there yet. Do you know anything about this impostor? She shakes her head. They say he kills an important member of a tribe and assumes his identity. Come to think of it, he could even be here. We should watch for him carefully. Believe me, what I wouldn't give for the chance. Out of curiosity, where was your village? She thinks of the best way to describe it. Not far from Vikida, if you know where that is, southwest of it. I wouldn't go there, not much left anyway. You're willing to bet that was the first village you encountered? At least you know a little more now. What's past the door? A lab. Oh, and the escape tunnel, just in case. Can't go back there without permission from Suvar. Tell me about the lab. She shrugs. I'm a fighter, not some shaman. Only Suvar, the shamans, and a few other leaders like Klinger are allowed back there. Even if I wanted to poke around, I doubt I'd understand that magic stuff. Where does the escape passage lead? I don't know. I just make sure nobody gets to it who isn't supposed to. I hear it opens up somewhere in the forest not far from here. It's really hard to find from the outside, I was told. The guard blocks your passage. Whatever lies behind this door, you're not meant to see. A shaman infiltrates a group, kills a high-ranking member. That begs many questions. Hopefully it's not the one that came with us from the other place. Klinger said you can rest on these beds. Nice accommodations considering most of the resistance sleeps on mere furs on the cave floor. The journey has been long and tiring. You can definitely use the sleep. No, we gotta look around a bit more. Alright, anything on these bookshelves, I wonder? Create illusions! Alright, who are you? A very old Nephil shaman with graying fur putters about with a limp in this crude magic lab. He looks you over carefully with his clouded and ancient eyes that seem to peer deep into your essence. He nods and introduces himself. I am Olander. Welcome. I take it you come from far beyond. I have long wondered about the world past the sea. I would like to ask you some questions sometime. What do you know about the outside world? Oh, many things, he replies with a low and scratchy voice. Many things indeed. But you look tired, and I wish to think about my questions before asking. There will be time later. How did you come to be part of the Resistance? He smiles. I was actually a founding member, along with Suvar and a few others who have fallen in our war. Suvar was originally a leader in the Vikida army, a friend of Aravan. I suspect more than friends, actually. He helped her come to power, an act that he regrets, but that was before she became mad. I knew Suvar in those days. I had a hut not far from Vikida. Back then it was just a normal village, and not some great city like Asmor. I'm an exile from there after the Civil War. Tell me about Aravan and Suvar. I never really knew Aravan. She was always a bright shaman, the best in her tribe. She had many great ideas for the advancement of her tribe. None of them involved the quest for purity that now consumes her. After the old chieftain died with no heir, there was a struggle for power. Suvar helped Aravan come to power. They were both leaders. She led the civil affairs, and he the soldiers. Vikida became a powerful force like Asmor was. But then Aravan began to think sick thoughts, the same thoughts that once plagued the people of Asmor. A need to be perfect, to purify, to cleanse. These thoughts were contagious and infected the tribe like a disease. Suvar refused to execute the people of his own village for such non-offenses as being imperfect. He was labeled a dissident, and Aravan had more pull than he. They tried to assassinate him, but he escaped. He came to me and told me of this. It was Asmor all over again. I knew of these caves, so we came here. We fought her ever since. The rest is history. Why do you consider Aravan's goal as a disease? I have long pondered that question. I make no secret that in Asmor I felt the way Arvan did, but I was able to break free. Many were not, and were killed in a bloody affair 20+ years ago. What is troublesome is that it does not just affect one person, it affects many, and all at the same time in a certain area. That was true of both Asmor and Vikida. It is a strange and contagious mental plague. How and why it occurs I wish I knew. If only I could just figure it out and stop it. Maybe that way the horrors can leave this forest forever. I want to know more about Asmor. That was so long ago. It was like another life. A long pause follows as he sums up the tired history he has undoubtedly said many times. A long time ago, a sizable group of people in the tribe became infatuated with this idea of purifying the rest of the tribe and the entire island. We needed to make a perfect tribe, and then the perfect forest. We attempted to overthrow the leaders at the time and were crushed. I make no secret that I was involved. I am guilty of mass murder and was exiled when all was said and done. The tribe was devastated. They turned drastically inward, blaming the outside world for their horrid revolution. They closed off all contact and became paranoid, avoiding the concepts of purity by execution at all cost. I managed to break free of those thoughts. I thought it was over forever. But I was wrong. Dead wrong, he says lamentingly. I wish we could have learned the first time. I regret to inform you Vikida has slaughtered Asmor. I know. As I said, it was another life. I lost very much during those bloody times, more than most will ever know. Now they are all erased forever. The past was just a dream. An emissary from Asmor has come named Valzir. Do you know him? No, but I've seen him. He's young and after my time. It was so long ago. I bet he is too young to remember those dark days. Pity he had to relive the nightmare of my time. Hopefully he will only see this madness once. What do you know about the strange machines here? I study them. They are very strange and far beyond anything we know. We have difficulty even comprehending their function. We do not yet understand why they work, but we figured out how to operate some of them. I suspect they are hundreds, if not thousands of years old. Most of the relics are far beyond usefulness. However, many have still survived. We use one set of devices to shield this place. Also, the machines are highly resistant to scrying. This makes them hard to probe, but it really helps to shield this entire area from Arvan and her prying shamans. Well, at least now you have some idea why the wizards back home were dead wrong about there being no intelligent life on this island. Can you assist us? Yes, I help all of those who help the resistance. I can teach you some magic, and my knowledge of lore can help identify your items. I charge since often we have to trade with other tribes to get equipment we need. I had a feeling that was a withering scroll. But magic, yes. Yes, please. Lights removed. And ice lance is removed. But you, summon shade removed. Healing removed. More blessing removed. I think we'll have to leave it at that. I would get Bolt of Fire, but we don't have the coin. I hear you have a teleporter here. Is this true? He seems somewhat annoyed that the secret is out. Among the ancient machines, we managed to find what you call this teleporter. It was not operational, but we managed to find power sources to charge it. We have been experimenting with it for a few months now. We think we now understand how to target it, but it is not that accurate. The best we can do is with the old transport platforms we built for Asmor. Tell me about these transport platforms. When I was part of Asmor, we figured out how to build and operate them. During the years before the cleansing movement, we developed a lot of wonderful things. Too bad we had to mess it all up. He pauses and refocuses. They were difficult to construct and required lots of crystals. I don't know how we figured so much out. It was like a magical revelation just dawned on us. I've always wondered how we did it. Seeing Vigida's advancement parallel Asmor's, I suspect the two were caused by similar events. Why, I wish I knew. What do you study in the other lab? I see you've been exploring a bit. We study the alien machines. Some are quite volatile and need to be handled carefully. We try to keep prying people out of there for their own protection. Fascinating. I'm gonna go over this once we finish looking through everything here. You recall this gruff Nephilim. You spoke with him earlier in the bazaar in Vikita. You had suspicions that he was involved in the resistance, but his presence has confirmed them. Currently he is practicing with a crude long bronze sword. He puts it aside and approaches you. I see you have chosen to join us. Welcome. What can I do for you? Why did you join the resistance? He smiles. My reasons aren't like everybody else's. Most came here because their village was purged or were exiled for some reason or another. I joined on my own because it presented a unique opportunity. I like my tribe of Vikida, but I disagree with the course of action. More importantly, I want a say in the future process after we remove Avernum from power. So then I take it you are motivated by power. You might say that. Suvar knows my ambitions for Vikida. He encourages them so long as I keep them to myself. I cooperate with both sides and act as a double agent, gathering information. You see, playing both sides while maintaining loyalty with the resistance gives me the greatest field of vision. Once this is over, my perspective will be vital in re-establishing order. You're pretty confident that you'll win. Oh yes, I am sure that we will. Ravan is a strong enemy, but she is ultimately narrow-minded. This will be her undoing. So long as we stay hidden, she has no chance against us. What do you do here? I act as an information agent. I go to Vikida and gather knowledge and bring it back here, along with other supplies and such. I just restocked our supplies if you're interested. Since it costs me money to get these, I have to charge for them, but my rates are reasonable to our allies. So I see. Nothing I want, though. And here we have materials, including bars of iron, a bronze longsword. I'm going to push that out so that I can take this and sell this stuff. I may not be able to take these arrows, handy as they are, but I can sell this few things we got. That and those. Alright, now, do I want to improve that spell? Bolt of Fire? Yes, I do. There. Alright, and... oh wait, can I actually sell this Withering Scroll? No, I can't. Nobody wants it. Nobody will want a scroll that drains your experience. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this episode. That said, I have a theory here. What we've seen so far... Sure, we've seen what's been going on with the Nephil, but we've also seen this background stuff. Aliens who have been watching for 3,000 years. It seems they may have abandoned the structure they had, and it also said something about something that's coming in and is going to hit the continent in 8 years. That's but what I think here. What I think, beyond those doors that we couldn't get through, may be some sort of device that occasionally beams down information or something to try and mind control these Nephil, try and convince them in this idea of perfection for some reason. It could be some kind of experiment. I'm not certain. That's my theory, anyway. I don't know. There's no way I can know. As is, what I think's going to be happening is they're going to go through this discussion only to find out that this shaman we were hinted at may have managed to find their way in here and is going to lead the resistance here. Why am I already forgetting the name? God damn, I've been talking about them this whole time. Lead the others here and destroy the resistance. Either way, we're going to find out what happens in the next episode. Till then, I'm Chester44, that is Fox, Sheik, Bonnie, and Draco. This has been a Blades of Avernum Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.